Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is a Ridgid half-inch drive, 15-inch Ridgid 7437. And what I want to do with this, just clean it up. There's no reason to, it's in good condition as it is, so I'm going to take it apart, look at the inside, make sure it's good and clean, grease it up, make sure it doesn't have any broken teeth, which I don't think it does. It's built just like a Craftsman. See the ball bearing down in there? Now, just don't want the ball bearing come popping out at me, which it didn't. Spring come out of that. There you go. Look at that spring. Look at that. Look how shiny that spring is. There's no wear to this thing. So, before I go any further, put it on my magnet over here so I don't lose it. Now, this thing, it's just oiled. There's no grease on this. I guess from the factory they oiled these. Look at the teeth on this. I'm looking with you, making sure this is brand friggin' new. I don't know what this thing sells for, but this was a buy. I think I paid $25 for that stuff online. This is a buy. Yeah. Let's look at the teeth on this. Yeah, it's in good shape. You can see where they used it dry. It looks like the teeth's damaged right there, but it's not. That's grease. It's just dried oil or grease. They should have took better care of it, but they didn't, so leaves it up to me. I'm happy to own it. This thing, I don't know what they sell new, but Ridgid doesn't sell tools cheap, I'm sure. Yeah, the teeth are really good shape. It's packed with little dirt and oil is what it looks like. Yeah. This is built just like a Craftsman, probably made in the same factory. Doesn't say China on it, but since it doesn't have country of origin, it's Chinese. Oh yeah. Let's look at the teeth here. A little closer, the paw here. Yeah. Really no wear whatsoever. Yeah, excellent shape, excellent shape. All right, let me clean this up a little bit, and I may even hit the inside with the Dremel and polish the inside a little bit just to make sure it's all nice and clean. And then when I go back put this thing together, I got to look and see how much these things sell for. Can't be cheap. Ridgid never sells anything cheap. Now the only thing I don't like, these now are used to be a pop metal, but now it's like a hard plastic. This little part right here. Too bad too, because the old ones held up quite well. All right, be right back. All right, guys. Inside I cleaned with a little carburetor cleaner. This is I think a 300 or 220. 220 grit. It's a little plastic wheel, and I'm gonna polish the inside a little bit. right, I can't get down in here with it, so I'm gonna use a different wheel. Really nice shape. I mean, I didn't have to do that. I just want it in best condition that I can. That way it works flawlessly. I think what I'm gonna do is wipe it down. Little carb cleaner. I might just run this over the polishing wheel. One, for the hell of it. Two, I need to always practice. It was used. I think this gentleman was he was downsizing his plumbing company. Here lately, there's been several of those old timers getting out of the plumbing business or downsizing. Heck, I could leave it like this. It cleaned up really nice with the carb cleaner. Look at that. Look how clean that turned out. I'm gonna run it over the polishing wheel just for the hell of it. Just because I can. Why not? Alright guys, let's put this thing together. I cleaned the inside out with carb cleaner after I polished it because the inside will get a little bit of that debris from the polishing compound. So let's put this thing together now. Whoop. Let's grab the ball bearing and the spring. These are easy to put together. I say that, that's probably going to fight me. Tell you what, let's go ahead and, you don't have to do this, but anywhere there's metal contact, I put a little grease. I use Mobil 1. You guys can use oil. You can use whatever you want. It's just, I prefer Mobil 1. That's what I've used for years, so that's what I use. Put a little grease on the end here because I want it to hold the ball bearing. Just temporarily. Couple ways you can do this. I got a hairpin. A homemade hairpin. I thought I made a new one. Well, I did make a new one. Yeah, a little shorter. So, and what I do here, this, a lot of you guys already know this, but some of you new guys, see that triangle, how it fits like that? That's all it does. Fit in there like that. And that slot is for this right here. So I'll set this at about 45. So it's over, come on, like this. So this will go, see how that triangle is right there? It's gonna go like that. First things first. Let me get a little grease for my ball bearing. We'll put it on top of that spring, we'll compress it, and then I'm gonna slide this. That simple. I'll pull this back out so you guys can see. I'll do it one more time. Somebody out there may want to see this. This is a 1/2 inch, so it's a lot easier. Your 3/8 drive's the same way, your 1/4 inch is the same way, it's just you're working with a smaller product. I use a hairpin. I like this cheap, inexpensive. You don't have to buy a tool. They do make a tool. Snap-on I know makes one. I've been trying to buy it for a couple years. Every time I try to buy one, they're out of stock. So I gave up. I just use the hairpin. Like that. Then you can select left, right, left, right, left, right. You know what? Darn it. I just thought of something. I was in a hurry to show you guys, and I did not grease the bottom here. Anything metal to metal contact, I go ahead and grease it. Yeah, the ball bearing. Come here. I'll go ahead and, while I'm here, I'll grease the inside of this. You don't have to. You can pack this thing completely full of grease if you want to. And when you go to use it, it'll ooze out and you wipe it off. You can do that, that's fine. It's not gonna hurt anything, it just collects dirt. And if you want to, just oil it. That's all you need to do. I mean, some people, that's the way they, back in the day, I got some older ratchets that have oil ports on it. That's the way they were done. No biggie. Drop it back in there. Pull that out. There it goes. We're good to go. A little grease there here. I'll grease this. Now if you wire wheel this, you'll take the black oxide off. And I didn't see a need in doing that, so. Now, to drop this in here, turn the selector switch halfway, right dead center. See where it tees in the center right there? Then you can drop this in there. If not, the gear interfere. See? Just slide it back out. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and grease this. I like grease. One, it's quieter. It makes the tool quieter. I got the ultrasonic cleaner in the background. I got the air conditioner going. It got hot again today. I didn't think it'd cool off a little bit, but yeah, we're in a drought, so we'll be lucky to get rain the next week or two. Like so. Now all I'm going to do is just a light film on the top here. See that? Real simple. Now this is reversible, but I can tell where it was sitting on there before on the gear. You can see the drag marks. I'm going to drop it on there just like that. You don't put grease on this, you don't need to. I guess you could if you wanted to. Now I keep snap rings here. You can use whatever you want, but come here. May have to use the bigger pair. Yeah, hang on. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Easy peasy. Now, since I'm done with it, I do it all tools. I know some of you guys think I'm crazy, but I'm done cleaning my tools. I throw a coat of wax on them. and put them up. I don't do it to every time, but if I'm working on a job and they get pretty nasty, I'll clean them off. If they get dirty quite a bit over time, I'll clean them real good and then wax them. Some of my tools at work, they're sanitized. In areas that I work, it's a sterile environment, so my tools get sterilized. They get cleaned. Depending on where I have to go, it's just part of the job. For those of you who think I'm crazy, if you work in a medical facility or do any work in something like a laboratory or something like that, your tools get cleaned. Some areas, it's kind of like being a high security area. You just can't go in there with, you've got to have your tools clean before you go in there, and sometimes your tools have to be clean when you come out. Yeah, see, I got grease on there, and that grease now, it doesn't hurt nothing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, sound of this. A lot quieter. Selector switch works. Oh, let me go see how much these sell for. Be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I didn't realize this is USA made. It's American made. So, I got a pleasant surprise. $124 or $84 to $124 new. And I think I got $25 and all that junk, and it was less than 20 bucks. So I got let's say I got $1.25 in it. I think I got my money's worth. And now, mind you, you can see, well, that's grease but you can still see a few scratches. I did not do a really, high-end polish. It's not like it needed to be. This is not an art piece. There's no reason. I didn't even need to polish it. That was a little overboard. But now it looks brand new. It's clean. Heck, it was worth the drive. I think I bought that stuff because of that spud wrench. I wanted the pipe wrench and the spud wrench, and this was in that pile of stuff. I actually thought most Ridgid stuff that I see like this is usually made overseas, but this is actually made in USA. And the same design as a Craftsman. I wonder if a 3/4 Craftsman parts would fit. I didn't even try. I should have tried that. It doesn't matter. I don't need to do that. I just guessing. But man, nice little tool. The only weakest point is this piece right here, and it's a plastic. It's a, I don't know what. It's hard as rock. That's for sure. But that's the weak point. And it's 1/2 inch drive. My ultrasonic cleaner's turned off, so it's kind of quiet in here now, but you can hear it's a lot cleaner sound than what I had before. Not bad. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Did I do good? I mean, I thought it was just a cheap Chinese made. I got a pleasant surprise, and I did not realize these things are selling that high. Even used eBay, there was one on there for $64. So, pretty cool, I think. I think I did an awesome buy here. All right, guys. Hope you like my little video. Nothing fancy, just cleaning up and tuning up a nice little ratchet. Well, it's not little. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. Subscribe if you like. Guys, have a good day.